Hi Ross, my name is Christina. Terry spoke with Maria earlier and she thought that you might be interested in this video with some tips on how to set your company above your competition, as well as some things that we noticed about your website. So I'm going to jump right into it. The only thing that I ask is if you wouldn't mind just giving me some feedback. I send this out to a lot of business owners. I just want to make sure I'm not wasting your guys' time and that it is valuable and that you are getting something out of it. So getting into it, we're going to talk about content, citations, and backlinks. With content, the average site needs 1,000 to 1,500 words in order to be optimized with Google, and you're currently sitting at about 100. So I found this by just copying and pasting your information over into a word counter, and you guys are at 105 words. So when I look up your competitors, right now New Orleans tree service is one of the top keywords. It's getting 260 searches a month. So that's 260 potential customers you guys miss out on by not being on the front page of Google. And so I went ahead and pulled up Bayou Tree. They're in the #1 spot organically. And if you look at their site, go ahead and do the same thing. They only have about 714 words. So they're really beatable just by getting that 1,000 to 1,500 words. You also want to make sure when you put the words on your content into your first page that you have these keywords built into there, like New Orleans tree service, because then Google knows exactly who it's going to point to, and it makes it a lot easier for them instead of having to jump around like they do here. New Orleans tree service is where they're hitting on. If you have this all in one sentence, then they're going to, generally speaking, click on you first. The next part that I want to talk about are citations. So the next visible section when somebody searches for any kind of service is what we call the Google Map Pack. And what the Google Map Pack is when you have a Google My Business that is completely free, and it's got your name, phone number, and address listed in there. Of course, if you're service-based, it won't have your address listed. But what you want to do is get citations in order to get ranked up at the top of here. So you see Bayou's not in the top 3. You don't have to be in the top 3 spots down here in order to get into the top 3 spots up here. But the benefit of being in the up here is that some people are instant gratification people and won't go past this section whenever they're looking for services, because this section they know they're going to find somebody local, and then they also know that they can look up their reviews so they can see how other people are rating this business. So the way that you get up in the top 3 is by getting citations, and what a citation is when you submit your information, your business name, phone number, and address, into directories like Yellow Pages, Yelp, CityStar, Thumbtack, etc. And what you'll do is if you just Google Benton Tree Service with their phone number, it'll show how many times they're listed into different directories, and then whatever directories they're listed in, go get yourself listed into it. And then if you notice that they're listed in 50 different directories, go after 100, 150. I mean, you always want to blow your competition out of the water so that not only can you get ahead in the internet game, but also so you can stay ahead if they start to catch up. And the last thing that I want to talk about are backlinks. And what a backlink is basically, we call it link juice, and it simply works like site A points to site B. Site A is the link juice, which gives site B more authority in Google's eyes, like a popularity contest. So generally speaking, the more sites that you have coming to you, pointing to your site, the more popular you are, the higher ranked you're going to be with Google. However, there's a little more to it than that. You want to make sure that you have effective link juice, and in order to get effective link juice, you want to have sites that link back to you that have to do with whatever services you offer. For example, a blog post about maybe the difference between when it's time to get your tree trimmed versus when it's time, like your tree's starting to die and it's time to get it cut down because it's just going to become more of a liability having it up. That kind of a blog post is going to give you guys a lot more authority than a blog post about pizza, because you guys don't link pizzas for a living, right? So this tool I'm going to show you called Ahrefs, this is one you can go out and get yourself. It's called ahrefs.com. It's a little over $100 a month, but it really gives a good breakdown on what your website's doing. And currently you guys have 9 referring domains with 33 different backlinks, okay? So I went ahead and pulled up your competitors, and these are the numbers you need to beat. Bayou Tree has 109 referring domains with 458 backlinks. That's why they're in the #1 spot. Now that being said, this would be really easy to beat. It sounds like a lot of backlinks, but if you see here, their numbers are pretty far apart. They're not close to that 1-to-1 ratio. And then right here, their numbers are not a 1-to-1 ratio, which means that they have a lot of spammy backlinks that don't have to do with tree services. So what you can do, if you get this tool, is you can click on here and figure out what blogs that they're getting power from and go after those same ones. So go after these different blogs and figure out what does it take to get listed, get your website listed on here, and get a backlink to you. If it works for them, it'll work for you. and then beat out your competition. But then, like I said, you never want to do it by a little bit. They've got about 500 backlinks. You want to get 1,000, 1,500 backlinks, again, so you can not only get in that #1 spot for several different keywords, but also so you can stay in that spot even if they try to play the catch-up game. So in closing, we talked about content, getting that 1,000 to 1,500 words on your home page, citations, getting listed into different directories, and then just keep getting listed until you beat out your competition and can get ranked in the #1 spot for the map pack. And then link juice, this is how you beat them out organically in the organic search, and that's by backlinks. If you have any questions about this, absolutely give me a call. Again, my name is Christina, 816-323-4100, and thanks for watching my video.